We'll let anybody in. Top of the morning, y'all. Top of the morning, y'all see what it is? We here. We here. We here. We getting to it. Um, let's just make sure that you can hear everything, right? I just want to make sure we can hear everything as it go. Then I'm gonna do a lot of reactions. I'm gonna get it in real quick. Let's see.
Break free from high payments.
Let's see how we sound.
Pay just 2.5% on card and digital wallet payments. Get tap to pay on iPhone. Break free from high payments.
Let's see how we sound. We sound good. We definitely sound good. You're definitely sounding good. Now we just have. I lost my screen. Hold on. I don't know what happened. That was weird. Yeah, that was weird. That was rather weird. All right, there it is. I don't know what just happened. But hopefully we are up and running. 4 in the building over here. The 4 over here. Let's pull this up over here for y'all. I'm gonna pull this up over here because we're gonna be talking about these fights last night. You know, these fights was rocking and rolling. So we'll talk about these fights. All right. Let y'all see that. All right. Ryan Garcia, congratulations to everybody last night. Right. We'll go over here to YouTube. Right. How we looking though, y'all? Pull up. Pull the chair up, man. Pull the chair up. So, without further ado, top of the morning, y'all. Top of the morning. So we had the fights last night. Frank Martin and Nair Albright fought to a draw. They fought to a draw. Now, shout out to Gumbo. I told Gumbo betted the knockout. I said, yeah, that was a tricky fight, man. I knew going in that Nair Albright wasn't going to be an easy out. Like I said, Nair Albright is one thing. Like I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to the black fighters, that PBC, certain black fighters get matched up real tough against other black fighters, and that was what that was yesterday. And Frank Martin basically lost that fight in the 10th round. Because in the 10th, they had it set up from the judges' scores. I'm gonna say I don't want nobody to be like, yo, man, this guy's over there sounding like Tim Bradley. Shout out to Tim Bradley. I seen a video with him when he was getting on the managers, taking the money and stealing. So I don't want y'all to take it like on that type of time with this, right? But they was basically gonna steal the fight from Nair Albright, right? Frank Martin almost got stopped in the 10th round. If you watch that fight, he was hurt. He was basically out on his feet, but he made it through. But had he got dropped, or if he would have got dropped, Nair Albright would have won the fight. he would have won the fight because the fight was a draw. It was a draw. A lot of people are up in awe about that decision. Um, a lot of those rounds were close. They were swing rounds. But Frank Martin, it, what his thing is, and this was when he was with Derrick James too, he runs out of gas. He runs out of gas. He and I think Javante Davis exposed that. And Javante Davis pressed him out. But he runs out of gas. But nonetheless, it was a good fight between two good quality black fighters. Nair Albright, I think, and I'm gonna play this on the IG. You guys probably will be able to hear it, or you might not be. Well, I think you'll be able to hear it because I got the microphone. But Nair Albright, let's go to that right now. I think he was trying to get a deal, right? Shout out to Nair, very talented guy, right? The comment section was ruthless on him. But he did a Boys to Men cover, right? That was the Boys to Men, yeah, right? Let's play that real quick. A little bit of content. Nair Albright. He did here it is right here, singing after the fight. He may get a deal somewhere, man.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good time that made us
Wait a
laugh,
minute.
away the bad. Good fight.
It was good to see him still in good spirits, though. But he could sing. The brother could definitely sing. He was definitely in good spirits after a questionable draw to me, man. I'm like, damn. It is what it is, man. But that's what happens when you're playing with house money. Frank Martin was the A side corner, right? He was the A side corner. But that was a great, great fight. I enjoyed that fight. Uh, Osmosis Jones, Amari Jones, they gave him an old Cuba. Cuba got a nice check. I'm still not impressed with Amari Jones, man. That dude, to me, it's matchmaking at his best, man. He hit him in showbiz reaction. Oh, man, come on, man. When this guy actually gets in there with somebody that can do things, we'll really see what he's about. I wasn't impressed, man. I was not impressed. Know who I was impressed with though? Gary Antoine Russell. I'm going to tell you why. He fought another tough opponent, right? Basically an unknown, but he was known. That's why they put him in there. One thing I noticed about the PBC guys, they always match the Russells rough. They did it with his older brother until they was able to knock him off, Gary. And I see they are doing it with Polo the Dawn. He got a unanimous decision, but it was a tough fight. He took a devastating low blow. A lot of you guys online were upset about that. Let's go to that low blow right now. We can go to it over here. I'm live on YouTube as well as doing, the Motion Man Radio on StreamYard. So if you're on the YouTube, you can actually follow some of these things that I'm speaking on. But he took a devastating low blow to the point where it was like, yo. And I seen, I was on social media last night and I was seeing how people were saying, oh, the fix is in. let's look at this low blow. How's the fixing? I don't think I ever seen a low blow that low. Granted, he was bending over, right? He was kind of like, boxing, doing a boxing move. But he took a low blow, man. Like, I was like, God damn. That shit was treacherous, man. I felt that here, and I wasn't even fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's look at this low blow he took. Right here. Here it is, right here. Look. Cool thing about being at the desk now.
That was a pretty significant low blow.
I'm unmuted. Look at this. Boom. Oh, my God. To continue fighting after that. Damn. I think I never seen a low blow that low. Man. That was treacherous. Y'all see that? This angle's even better. Hands was down. He got caught with a good shot right there. But that low blow, though, boom. Oh. Man. He's probably feeling that right now. He's probably feeling that right now. To this day. To this day, right? He is probably feeling that shot, right? The effects of that shot right now. But you know what I was mostly impressed with? And these are the things that I watch. I was mostly impressed by the corner work. I know their father, shout out to Uncle Gary, Big G, the Root, passed away. But now, Little G, shout out to Gary. Little Gary and Alan run the corner. And great work by DAZN Boxing in between rounds when they were showing Gary and Alan giving instructions to their brother. And that's what I was impressed with. Gary's a hell of a coach, man. Shout out to you, Gary. You're still an active fighter, but man, you're a good coach. You give great instructions. Some of your breakdowns were top notch. Yeah, I guess you are the only one watching. It doesn't matter though, because I'm simultaneously streaming on multiple channels, brother. But thank you for saying you're the only one in here. Appreciate you, right? But yeah, Gary, excellent instructions. I'm going to pull that up right now. I think I have that over here. And I think I will use that audio, right? Gary gave some hella instructions. Now, please, if you guys steal what I'm doing, just highlight me. I know you guys don't like to do that. Highlight me, man, because I know some of you guys are going to come on later on in the day. And you will attempt to run with my style like you always do. Just, give it up. Or give it up. Because if you don't, you know me. I don't hesitate to front on you guys anymore, man. That's what I do. I will front on you guys for attempting to run with my style, not acknowledge me. That's what I do. Yeah, it's right here. Gary, shout out to you, Gary, cousin Gary. Listen to this corner work, y'all. This is the news by Shanewz Motion Talk. The calm before the storm, y'all.
Hey, bro, you're starting to piss me off, bro. Listen, I need you to fucking listen. When you in the inside, when you are in the fucking inside, I need you to touch the bag. Stop standing inside. Take your fucking turn. Do you understand? Whenever you turn, hold on, Al. Whenever you fucking turn, listen. Whenever you turn, you have to fire your body in your hook. Don't turn and not get off. He don't like being in the inside for real. He don't have an inside game. Take advantage advantage of being there. Touch his ass in the inside. Stop trying to force it. Whenever you shoot your left hand, bring your fucking hook behind it. Keep your jab hand up because he's trying to line your ass up with his left hand.
That was great instructions, y'all. Did y'all catch that? That was hella instructions, man. Gary's a hell of a coach, man. I was impressed. I was thoroughly impressed by that, man. I was so thoroughly impressed. Look, that's my family. All right. Look. I'm commenting right now. Yes, I'm commenting. Right? That was excellent work by Gary. Barrios looked slow. Barrios looked at trash. I'm gonna get to that. Corey, stick around. Stick around, Corey. I'm live on the YouTube as well. Stick around, Corey. I'm gonna get to that. Thank you for pulling up though, Corey. Hopefully you hit the like button. Mario Barrio. Matter of fact, since you brought that up, Corey, if you're still in here, War Eagle, salute to you. I'll get to that right now, right? Mario Barrios was trash. But if you know, you know, right? They knew he was trash, right? He basically lost to Manny Pacquiao, right? But he was afforded a draw and he kept the title. Ryan Garcia, and I'm going to say allege, right? Because I don't want to get up to people upset. But Ryan Garcia was set up for this, right? They set him up to become a champion, right? And when you look at the landscape of the welterweight division, what was the easiest title for him to capture? They tried to do it with the Rolly fight, but Rolly knocked him off. Are you following this, Corey? Devin Haney took out the other easier opponent in Brian Norman Jr. So who did that leave? Mario Barrios. They made the Mario Barrios fight. Mario Barrios, we seen it in the first round. He dropped him. The guy was like, come on. Ryan Garcia put him down the first round, right? He had his way with him basically all night. Mario Barrios was probably the weakest welterweight champion in quite some time. So this was perfect for Ryan Garcia to finally become a legit certified world champion. And he did it. He did it. And now he called out Shakur Stevenson, who was not even a welterweight yet. But Shakur Stevenson has what, Corey? All of the attention. He's hot. He was just on Stephen A. Smith. He's everywhere. He's a silver medalist. What, 4 division champion now, right? He's 4. Now, no longer 3, 4. And I think he will smoke Ryan Garcia if they make that fight. He'll smoke him. It'll be an easy fight. Shakur's too skilled. He's not Devin Haney. And no disrespect to Devin Haney. I think if Devin Haney and Ryan fight again, one thing I know about Team Haney, they learn from their mistakes. I don't see that fight playing out again like that. But for whatever reason, Dev is, and I'm not going to run with that false narrative that he's Debo and they fear him. They just, I don't know, man. Dev, for whatever reason, I don't know who Bill pissed off or what's going on, but they don't really have them in the mix right now, right? It's something about Shakur, all right? And Shakur's not even a welterweight. But you would think that he would have wanted to fight Dev again. It's a unified fight, unification, right? Or you think he would have wanted to fight Rolly, another unification, and these are get back fights. But no, he called out Shakur, right? Shakur was the man. They basically trying to make Shakur like the new Terrence Crawford, man. Did y'all peep that, man? For those of y'all that's in here that's watching, did y'all peep that? It was like, and I told y'all, man, if y'all watch my content and y'all really support what I do, then I tell you the winner of the Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez fight was going to possibly get that push as the new face of boxing. But you guys don't listen to me. Y'all do. Y'all try to run with my shit. I told y'all that, man. And that's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. On a latter note, right? You know what I found funny, right? Yo, Bud Crawford pulled up with his son. Shout out to Bud. And shout out to his son, man. Greatness, man, already. 9th grader. Won the state, right? Which is big, especially out there in Nebraska, Iowa, Nebraska, the Midwest. Those guys are hella wrestlers, but he won the states as a 9th grader. Now, the significance of that is, right, he's arguably one of the best wrestlers in the United States at 106 pounds. And you're saying, how can you say that? Well, how many states are there, right? If you are a state champion in your respectable state, that means you are the best in that state. If there are 49 to 50 states in America and you are one of the state champions, that means you are at least one of the best in the United States, right? And he's coming out of a state and a region where those guys over there that wrestle, you know, Ohio, Michigan, Iowa, Nebraska. These are like the wrestling states. and he's in the 9th grade. He's the state champion, and he was damn near teching. Because I was watching, right? I was watching. He was teching and pinning guys in the 9th grade. That kid is good, man. He's scary good, right? 106 pounds. Terrence Crawford Jr. So shout out to him, man. Right? Great. Yeah. One thing I could say about the Crawford bloodline, House of Dragons, the Joneses, right? He's the Jones too, right? Great bloodline, man. Royal bloodline, right? Because his sister, his younger sister, shout out to Lele, a hell of a track star, right? So it's like, yo, there's something with them, man, right? They all are world class athletes from the father to the offspring, right? In their own lanes, right? Now, if you know anything about wrestling, right? I'm pretty sure he has hands like his father. He may be an MMA guy, man, right? He may be a boxer. He may do whatever he wants to do, but right now he's one of the top wrestlers. He's one of the top wrestlers as a 9th grader. I watched it. I was like, God damn, this kid is dangerous. 106 pounds. He was just running through everything in that tournament, man. And the funny thing is, what I said was, they were all at the fight. He ran into EJ. And shout out to EJ. EJ, I've been hard on you for years. I want to commend you. See, I can come on my platform as a man and admit I liked your look yesterday. You did not have a whole bunch of yes men and entourage niggas around you. It was you and your son, which was, to me, was great. Little Earl, I believe he's the Earl too, I think, right? He's the 3rd. It was you and him at the fights, as it should be. You didn't have all these yes niggas around you. You didn't have these guys around you who were never good for you, right? But I want to commend you. I seen that. And I love the fact when you and Terrence ran into each other, the energy was kind of awkward because that was the scene of the beatdown. Yes, the great beatdown. The humbling ass whooping that you received. But when you guys met in passing, it was so cool to see both of you guys with your sons. And he acknowledged you as a brother, a warrior brother. And he acknowledged your son as you acknowledged his. So that was cool to me. I loved it, that. And I want to commend you once again for being there with your son, not these groupie entourage niggas. Because that's what I always used to be. You know, we had to riff about places be like, why these niggas around, man? Fucking niggas don't do nothing. Especially when you on the path. If they was official and solid, they would have been getting in your ass like that. What are you doing? But they just want to be around for, the come up. They wanted the women. They wanted the looks. But it was great to see you at the fights. And I'm going to get to you too, because I think Turkey Al-Sheikh had you spooked, right? You seen Turkey and you was kind of nervous, right? Because those NDAs you guys sign over there, you can't really be around other people like that, right? Al will get on you, right? Call Al. But that was kind of cool, right? Did y'all catch those vibes, right? Matter of fact, let's pull that up. I could pull that up too. I'm here at the desk, man. This is my new streaming setup here. I think I have that on here, right? Like I said, when y'all run with my stuff, this is what I'll get to Amari Jones. Amari Jones knocked out this old statue. Look at this statue, right? Jihad Tucker will beat the shit out of this guy, man. I remember he called Jihad out, man. Shout out to Cuba, man. Cuba's an old vet, man. They blowing this up like this was something spectacular. This guy has been beating on guys over the hill, not that good for his whole career. Golden Boy is really moving him now. But shout out to you, Osmosis, right? Great knockout. Knockouts sell. I'll give you that. Knockouts do sell. But let's get to what I was speaking on about the passing. When these guys passed each other, it was cool. It was rather cool, right? Where is it? Well, these guys are taking over. These are the guys that they're going to now. The streamers. Your YouTube boxing guys are done. There goes Bud Has Arrived right here. Where's him and EJ ran into each other, man. It was cool. I had it. Maybe it's up here more. No, that's him and the publicist, Jesse. Where is it? Damn, did I miss it? And it's so much to cover. This taking time. I must have missed it, but it's out there. They ran into each other in the back and passing. It was kind of cool, man. Right? Both of them were with their sons, right? Sticking with that. Is it right here? Anything is possible. Hold on. No, that's not it. It was here. It's somewhere. Bud Has Arrived. That's not it. That's when he got there. Him and his son, man. That had to be a dope treat, right? One in the States and probably flying, G4 to Vegas to go to the fights, right? After winning the States, right? Shakur was the man last night. We'll get to him too as well. Yes, we'll get to him as well. How's the content looking, y'all? Is that no? That's not it. That's when he came and seen Frank Moore, his fighter. Damn, it's on here. I see it. I should have just reposted it. But a lot of times when I repost EJ, the weirdos come out, right? I don't have time for that because, I battle my demons, and I feel like certain people when they come at me, you don't want to see my dark side, man. And those people over there lied on me, and they triggered the dark side out of me, man. So I should have reposted when I seen it because I knew I was going to speak on. Appreciate that, like whoever that was. But yeah, that was cool to see them two. After how many years? Almost 3-4 years of the T-Mobile massacre, right? And the trajectory of both of their careers after that, where their careers went, was cool too. I don't think it's this one. It's not this one. Yeah. That wasn't that one. They were backstage. I had it. I definitely had it. I don't know what I did with it, man. I should have reposted it when I seen it on the page, but maybe it's over here. Let's go over here real quick. They was on Shakur, man. Shakur is the man right now, man. I told y'all that was coming, man. They trying to make Shakur the face of boxing. Look, a lot of the conspiracy theory people were talking about that. I'm going to get to Oscar De La Hoya too. Oscar De La Hoya made some strong allegations on you, Africa. Strong allegations. Very strong. Strong allegations. Super strong allegations too, man. Now, as y'all know, Africa was set to fight Oscar Duarte, right? And for whatever reason, well, he claimed to be food poisoning. Right? He made the weight Friday. Yesterday, he made the second weigh-in of 10 pounds or under, and then he had breakfast and alleged that he had food poisoning, which called off the fight with him and Oscar Duarte. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, the video was out there. I'm not going to play the video, but there's a video out there of Oscar De La Hoya basically trying to throw him under the bus, saying that he backed out the fight. He was scared, that he did not want to lose to Oscar Duarte. Now, those are strong allegations, very, very strong. Man, very, very strong allegations to make, man, in the fight game. I wanted to see Africa fight. Is Africa going to be moving up? Is he going to vacate the belt now? Right? Now, look, to be honest, I don't know where neither one of those guys are in the rankings as far as the IBF, but Wu and Frank Martin, I don't know where they're at in the rankings. I would look it up, but I'm not that type of a streamer to sit on here and look all these things up. But it would have been kind of dope for either one of those guys to possibly get an opportunity had they been successful. But neither one of them was successful. It was a draw. I think Oscar Duarte, if Africa does vacate, should be afforded the opportunity to possibly fight for the title, right? Because he did not get his opportunity, which is, to me, not the vibes, right? Not the vibes. As you can see, I got the 2 streams going, yeah. Got 2 streams. 2 guns up, right? 2 streams. 2 streams going, y'all. Let me see. How am I sounding, y'all? 2 streams going, y'all. Oh, yeah, we sound good. We sound good. I just want to make sure, right? This is the Motion Man soundtrack. I just think that, it wasn't conducive, right? I think Africa, if you were struggling to make weight, and this is like the second time, right? Because didn't Africa have an issue before? I think with Lemos, right? When he had something similar to this. That's a hard weight cut. If you listen, I came up in the gyms around Africa and his team. Shout out to Lenny. I call my guy Lenny Looks. That's his coach, Lenny. Because he used to sport Jihad a lot. Oh, Frank War Eagles. We finally got a War Eagle sighting. So here, let me give you your War Eagle back. I was waiting for some of the War Eagles to pull up. Shout out to the War Eagles, man. All right. War Eagles salute there, brother. I feel like an official streamer right now, yeah. Now, the content that I drop later on today won't be like this. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Are you ready to kick? I'm ready to kick. Please, everyone's ready to kick.
It won't be like this, y'all. Because I'm going to be on the clock, battling this nor'easter. I'm going to be battling this Northeastern. They're not letting me comment, man. What's up with that, man? Damn, Frank, I wanted to give you your comment back. Let's see now. Can I get in the comments? There we go. There we go. Yes. War Eagles. There goes my comment. There's my comment right there. I just commented, Frank. War Eagles, man. Shout out to the Eagles. The Eagles fly high, man. We fly high over here, man. We not in the bushes, bro. We fly high, right? Appreciate that, Frank. Appreciate that, right? But yes, that's most of the boxing. What else was on that card that kind of stuck out? Anything else before I switch gears? They had the press conference for the cruiserweight fight in a couple of months in May. David Benavidez versus I think they sparred. Him and that guy worked together before. But David Benavidez is getting closer and closer to being a heavyweight, y'all. Y'all paying attention to that? Right? He's fighting that cruiserweight. He's gonna be fighting for the belt. Now does it make sense why Canelo avoided this guy? Put it in the comments, man. Does it make sense now? Now do you see why Canelo never really wanted to fight this guy? That dude is huge, bro. He was fighting that super middleweight. He's going up to cruiserweight. Now does it make sense why Canelo always was avoiding him, right? And I think he even pressed the line on Turkey, right? He did, right? Let me see. I think that's on here. Turkey was like, no, why? Wasn't it? Isn't it on here? Let's look that up real quick. He ran into Turkey. He was like, yo, you said you could give me Canelo. What happened? Right? Here it is right here, yeah? Here it goes. Let's play this real quick, yeah.
You can talk.
Well, remember you told me you were going to give me Canelo? No, what happened with that?
Oh,
the camera's on.
I want to tell you something. There is something we can do, and there is something we cannot do. Okay? Of course, I want to see this fight. Yeah, but maybe when he's 40.
You want it out?
Yeah.
You want it out? Exhibition. Yeah. Well, we're ready whenever.
We'll talk. We will talk.
He said, yeah, you can give me Canelo. Right? You can give me Canelo. He knows he can't get you Canelo, man. You too big, man. You too big for Canelo, man. You a big, strong buck. A big, strong buck. Man, 5 in the building, man. Smash the like button, man. Yeah, we rocking and rolling over here, man. If y'all want to pull up over here, look. Let me show y'all where we at with it. Y'all can pull up over here, man. Look, we are over here killing it. We over here killing it as well, y'all. Pull up over here. Right? Pull up over here. We over here killing it as well, right? Now, when y'all copy my new format, this know I'm going to be on y'all helmets. I'm going to be on y'all helmets. But we over here too, right? Yeah, he called Turkey out. I like that, though. I like how he did him, right? He was like, yo, Turkey, man, what's up? Look, I like this.
Thank you. We're ready. The Mexican card. You can talk.
Remember you told me you were going to give me Canelo? No, what happened with that? The camera's on.
I want to tell you something. There is something we can do, and there is something we cannot do. Okay? Of course, I want to see this fight. Yeah, but maybe when he's 40.
You want it out?
Maybe when he's 40. Turkey threw him under the bus right there. You see that? You see how these guys do? Turkey threw him under the bus. Turkey said maybe when he's 40. Maybe when he is 40. Right? Maybe when he is 40. But yeah, he threw him under the bus, y'all. He threw him under the bus. But now do you understand why Canelo wanted to never fight this big cruiserweight? He's about to fight for cruiserweight title. This is a guy that was campaigning at super middleweight. That's super middleweight, man. That's super middleweight. Let me tell these guys over here. It's a couple of y'all watching, man. Hold on. Let me put y'all on blast, man. Come out of the bushes, man. Y'all are in the bushes over here, man. Come out the bushes, man. Come out of the bushes, man. You content creeps, right? Y'all are content creeps, man. Come out of the bushes, man. Come out of the bushes, man. Always trying to steal the moves, man, and not give it up, man. Nasty outside, right? But sticking with the coaching, right? Let me go over here. You know, his fighter got a draw. But you know, I love to watch the corners and the instructions given out, right? Look at the instructions right here. That was nasty yesterday, y'all.
Here with the man, the myth, the legend, man. My man, Gert, man. How you doing, buddy, man?
I'm good, man. Can't complain, man. Blessed, you know?
Yeah, that's what.
Yes, little Shanewz killed the game yesterday, man.
State champion. How's it feel?
I feel great. I knew I came here and I had to do what I had to do. I made it on my feet, yeah.
State champion.
Yeah, I just had to be dominant. It's cool. I knew it was gonna be a hard match because it's everybody coming for the same stuff. Everybody trying to come to win state, and I already knew it was gonna be a hard match. I just had to keep my mind right.
State champion.
Young man, on the path to greatness.
Yeah, we right here.
On the path to greatness, but look, Buddy was in his bag.
Yeah, we right here with the on switch, right here with the man, the myth, the legend.
He was giving good instructions too. Like, I want to highlight this real quick. Yeah, look. He was giving good instructions to Frank. I told you that was a tricky, dangerous fight. Right? Come out the bushes. I said, come. Oh, man, I didn't even spell that right. I got to do that over. But come out the bushes, man. Y'all are in the bushes, right? Y'all are in the bushes. But a shout out to Frank Martin and Wu. I don't think they're running back. But I did, remember, I spoke on this yesterday. I said when Frank Martin was in his bag, right? Frank Martin was in his bag and he was worried about another fighter. I was like, that's not a good look there, brother. I was like, yo, bro, you worrying about a guy that's at your fight. You worrying about him. You got to focus on the task. And I was watching guys talk about that. Oh, he's real. No, he's not. It's not real about focusing on fights that are not on the table. Right? That fight that you talked about making with that guy was not on the table. Nobody's gonna pay for it. Who's gonna put the money up for it? The money is up for this fight that you're about to have yesterday, that you had yesterday. That should have been the primary and only objective until this morning or after that fight. But you got a draw, live to fight another day. And that is that. Have I been on for an hour? Yes, almost. So I got my hour in. Now look, these are all the content that I dropped yesterday. I dropped a lot of content yesterday. Well, this is old content, but I remixed a lot of it, right? Definitely support what we got going on over here. Definitely give it a support. Any comments? Any questions? Right? Come out the bushes. We here. We are here. A couple of y'all are watching the Motion Man soundtrack. Do you have any comments? Anything you want me to touch on? Right? Anything that you want me to touch on, feel free. Right? Did you see how I kind of exposed the fact that boxing topics don't really trend? That's why I love having my peoples on. I'll be like, yo, do you follow the boxing? Do you follow the boxing? Right? Right. Do you follow the boxing? Right. 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 Do you follow the boxing? Right. Do you follow the boxing? Right. A lot of the boxing topics I told you don't really be trending, man. And the reason why they're not trending is because you're getting caught up listening to guys who aren't really trending, right? And I'm going to give you a prime example of that right now. Watch this was kind of dope right here. I was like, yo, I love having genuine people, right?
50 Cent's an asshole.
Yeah. Now, but look, let me ask you. When I bring up some of the boxing stuff to you, you have no clue, right?
No.
No clue.
But but as soon as I said, yo, who got evicted, you knew what I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the difference between content that's really trending, right?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And content that's not trending.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, a lot of the boxing stuff be smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
It don't really trend, man. Cause look, you do exactly what I was speaking on. I didn't even say nothing about. I just said, yo, did you see the eviction and this, that, and the third? You knew. See, when things actually trend, or they're really in the algorithm, people just automatically know. And how did you know about that, if you don't mind me asking? Where did you pick that up at?
The shade room.
The shade room. See, these are things that really you do get some boxing stuff over there, but majority of the boxing stuff really never makes it to like these sites. And I say this respectfully, these fake boxing influencers, right? These guys that do this, what I'm doing right now, right? These guys are frauds, man. These guys are frauds, man. Most of these guys yesterday were attempting to be showbiz. Showbiz already blew that door open. When you watch these guys that do these fight parties, right? And I always expose that from day one. I say, yo, these are some of the fakest motion moves on the internet, right? And the reason why I always would expose that is because how are you watching a content maker call a fight, but you're not watching the fight? So when I used to peep that, I used to be like, yo, this is some fraud shit. You mean to tell me, and this is the PBC Prime days, well, Showtime days, not Prime, they're Prime now. And I would be like, yo, you mean to tell me this guy got 1,000 people watching him, he got 1,000, yo, it's about, if you add all these guys up, it's about 7,000 people on YouTube listening to content creators and fight parties. So is it fair to say that 7,000 people didn't buy the pay-per-view? Right? Because they're listening to you call the fight. If you add all of this up, right? And I always was saying, yo, that don't add up. If you're a fan, a boxing fan, why are you watching YouTube or listening to YouTube content creators and you're not ordering the fight or watching the fight? Now, if you watch, these guys are still using that format. But Showbiz and the other dude, they actually are at the fights doing it, calling the fights. Whereas some of these other guys are still doing it how they do, and it's not adding up anymore. It doesn't add up anymore, yeah. It's nasty out here, man. The jig is up, man. You know, the room raider movement, fake boxing influence, it has caught up, man. It has caught up to the point where now they really know that you guys aren't.
You want to know who really fuck with you? Think about the people that support you. Think about the people that you help, and when you need them, they ain't never there. You know how many times I done help niggas, and I don't get a repost, I don't get support, I don't get a nigga.
Does that sound like me though? That's what I be saying. I be like, yo, these niggas is fake. That's why I don't. Yo, listen, I came up in the boxing game, man. I watched it. I'm like, damn. I watched niggas from my Earl Spence days, walking at Earl Spence, to now. And I'm like, damn, how many of you niggas watch the grind? When things weren't left.
Reflect on true support. Who's really there
That's
when
what they do. These dudes watch the grind. They watch from the bushes. And then they try to come on this right here, do this, what I'm doing right now, what you see me doing. Sit in front of computers and stream. But where they mess the game up is they go to these different apps and they buy bots. They buy views. I said I didn't want to do that. I remember they came to me with that. And they was telling me that's what it takes to, gain an audience. And I said, nah, I don't want to go that route. I'll gain my audience through doing the work and through really being an influencer. And I show that now. I got guys randomly going to gyms, right? They randomly go to gyms. I don't randomly go to no gym. Shout out to Suffolk PAL. I am an active mentor youth coach there. I've been there for over 7 years, right? Grinding, developing young fighters, helping them get situated, right? These are the things that I did. I also went to fights, was independent media for over 15 years, right? All while attempting to be a streamer like this, like I do now, right? And through the years, like I said, it's cool when they do it. I see, oh, that's what they do. That's what's popular, right? Just sitting online, gossiping. It's popular. Giving your opinion on things is popular. Okay. So I'm going to give my opinion on things too. But before I do that, I'm going to do a couple of things first. And I want to speak on my experience as well. And then I'll give my opinion on things. So that's what I did. And now, like I said, shout out to the War Eagle Council. We have our own community, our own tribe. And I'm quick to set trip. Especially if I feel like, and I know you attempted to disrespect my brand, my business, my name, I'm set tripping. Because I come on here with my stats and my experiences, whether you like it or not. Only thing I ask for is respect. And like I said, a lot of people that sit on the internet, all they do is disrespect the game. They disrespect fighters. They disrespect the game. And I don't do that. I speak on my experiences. A lot of y'all was mad about my dealings with Earl Spence. But if you see today, I came on here and I gave Earl Spence his respect, right? Because one thing about me was, when me and Earl Spence didn't see eye to eye, it was never because I did not like him. It was because he lied. And I called him out for these lies. And then he attempted to what? defame my character, my brand, and my businesses. But like I said, I always respected EJ. I just didn't respect the fact that he lied. And then the people around him were liars and pieces of shit. Diamond, what up, man? War Eagle salute. War Eagle salute. Let me give you your salute, Diamond. Thank you. You have been pulling up a lot, Diamond. You know what, Diamond? I think it's time, right? It is time to award you, Diamond, right? Here you go. Here you go, Diamond. Demont, but I call you Diamond. Demont, 33. War Eagle salute. War Eagles salute. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for pulling up. Right? Did you catch the fights last night? 6 in the building. Did you catch the fights last night? What were your thoughts on the fights? Appreciate you pulling up, though. There is your War Eagle salute. There is your War Eagle salute. And I gave you your wings. You got some wings now. You have a set of wings. Fly high with us, man. Fly high. You know, the crows, we've been leaving the crows in the dust, man. We left a lot of these crows behind, man. We have left the crows behind. Now, I'm pretty sure Bill Haney and the Haney squad, they're going to get out on top of this. But I just, right now, I don't know what's going on. I think they don't have the mainstream momentum right now, man. Yeah, they have the YouTube streets, but the YouTube streets, like I always told you, they hold no value. They hold no value. Hopefully, my guy Malik sees this. Right, I was trying to tell him. See, you guys be overlooking the UGK, man. Malik was talking about Debo Dev. I'm like, nah, Debo Dev don't really got no leverage right now. They ain't not jacking Debo Dev, man. Right? He called out Shakur. He said he wants to fight the 140-pound champion. when he has Devin Haney and Roley right there. Guys that he has history with. But he wanted Shakur. He said, give me Shakur. Right? Yo, it's Shakur, not for nothing, right? Let's go over here to this. Yo, Shakur, right? He says the same thing about all these guys, right? Did y'all peep that? Right? He's like, yo, he's not as big as I thought. Yeah. Shakur loves saying that, right? That's Shakur's bars, right? Did y'all see that? Right? He's not as big. He's not that big. Right here. Here it goes. Look.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, this is like back in the day, right? It's the biggest fight right here.
No, I thought you was bigger than this,
Bro,
bro.
you know I'm not big. Wait, why do you think I was big?
God, oh man.
Wait, good luck. Thank you, bro.
Hey, Big Ryan winning that.
You said what?
Ryan's winning that.
You don't want to bet on it.
He's
You don't want to bet on it.
Ryan's winning that. That's easy. Scooby snack.
Bro, that was good boxing, bro.
You're boxing.
Huh?
You're boxing.
Ryan's cousin.
Ryan's cousin. What you
Huh? I be boxing.
Yeah. Yo, Bud always pressing people, man. Did y'all peep that? Yo, Bud pressed him. Bud said, yeah, man, what you doing? You a boxer? Yeah, Bud put the press on him. Like, because he was, Ryan's cousin from the sideline. He was too aggressive. He was, though. He was ultra aggressive, right, from the sideline. Ryan's winning that. He probably was drunk. He was just extra happy. Shakur will beat the shit out of him, man. It's levels. There's definitely levels. Shakur will smoke Ryan Garcia. But I don't get it, but I do get it. Like I said, Shakur's hot right now. So I peep why he wants to fight Shakur over over what's the name, right? He wants to fight Shakur over over, Dev and Roly. So maybe in his mind he feels like Shakur's the easier physically wise because we know Roly bullied him. But he beat Dev. But maybe I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't wait to see what some of the Haney guys, the narratives they come with now. Because it's obvious like Haney's not in the whip right now. Haney is not in the whip. It's all about Shakur, right? And I know a lot of Shakur, not for nothing, when it comes to the YTC, the Crow community, what I like to call. Shakur is not one of the populars as far as, who they thought was the industry's picks and the power players. Remember, it was always Tank, right? Tank runs boxing. Is Tank running it right now, yeah? Right? And look, a lot of the PBC guys was in the building. Earl was there yesterday, y'all. David Benavidez, another PBC guy. They was there, right? But the spotlight was on who? Shakur. And I told you guys this, man. See, I'm tapped in with a lot of people that, call shots. And I told y'all, man, shout out to CW Thumbnails and Gumbo. I remember having my panels, and I was like, yo, the winner of Shakur and Teofimo Lopez, they're going to make that push as the face of boxing. You guys didn't listen. And it's starting to look like that right now. Yes, I agree, DeMont. David is the dog. He's a big dog. He's a cruiserweight. He's almost a heavyweight, man. Why don't people call him a weight bully? Remember, he campaigned at 168 for a long time. May 2nd, May 5th, he's fighting for the cruiserweight title, man. He's almost a heavyweight now, man. He's a big dog. He's a courser. That's a big dog, man. He still wants to fight Canelo. Hey, you ain't getting that fight now, man. You too big, homie. You are too goddamn big, man. You might as well sit that shit down, homie. Look. That is not happening now. Damn, yeah, heavyweight. See, you told on yourself. You're a big heavyweight, man. He's fighting cruiserweight, y'all. See, that's why Canelo never wanted to fight you. He was not stupid. He knew you was a massive, strong, younger man. And he was like, I'm not getting in the ring with this kid. Yeah, he can make 168 fight night. He's going to be a heavyweight. He knew that. Canelo was seasoned, man. But how's the content looking? How we looking, y'all? This is my new command center. This is look at the apps. The ads are running on the live. See my ads running? That's Magic Johnson. The Magic, man. The champ is here. Yo, the ads are running, y'all. Smash the like button, man. Donate to the channel. Share the content, It's all streaming, man. I'm getting these streams out because, like I said, the rest of the content you might be seeing from me throughout the day is going to be battling this nor'easter. This nor'easter is bearing down on us. I probably won't be home until Tuesday night, man. I'll be sleeping in the truck tonight, man. Yeah, real talk. But see, my mind state is already there, right? My mind state is already there. Professional. Yes. What do you mean by that? Who's professional? Me, David, Canelo, right? David is the monster, man. He really is a monster, man. He's probably about a year away from being a heavyweight champion. You know that, right? The stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying, brother. I appreciate that. We're growing over here. We're definitely growing. This is my new command center, right? This is the Source Command Center, right? This is really for my kids. Oh, the way I gotta look, and thank you. This is for my kids, man. And I want to shout out my team. All the Rome wasn't built in a day. All of the donations, right? And the grinding, right, has helped the formation of this. And it's gonna get bigger. It's gonna get bigger. But thank you for acknowledging and noticing that. Appreciate that. Salute. Look, War Eagles, salute. Ooh. Ooh. Look, look, this is how long I'll be covering boxing. Yeah, this is the official Mayweather McGregor t-shirt. I got this out there. I was there. I didn't go to the fight, but I was out there in Vegas for this fight week. I got this shirt off the strip, right? I got this shirt, McGregor Mayweather. Yeah, that probably was one of the illest fight weeks. I remember everybody was there. LeBron, Charles Barkley. It was so many people in town. I wish I was how I am now, as far as like with all the equipment that I had, man. You imagine the content I could have got if I was on it like how I'm on it now. Right? But I was in the mix out there. I think where did I stay that week? I might have stayed at the Stratosphere. I think I stayed at the Stratosphere that week. But I was there. Man, Vegas was rocking. Vegas was rocking that week, man. Thank you for acknowledging the setup though. But this is my kids' command center. My kids. If you see the video the other day, I had Coach Reed here. This is Coach Reed, and this is their setup because eventually they're going to be taking over, especially Coach Reed, because Coach Reed is a streamer. I've never been to Vegas. Oh man, I love Vegas. I've been to Vegas a lot. The last time I was in Vegas was for a fight week. A fight camp. We was fighting. Had a good time. I relapsed. Look, I had stopped drinking. Well, I haven't had a drink now in over 3 years and some time. But the last time I had stopped drinking for maybe a couple of months. We was in Vegas. Vegas is crazy. You can go anywhere. You can go to CVS, right? You can go to CVS and get a bottle, right? Any time of the day. And I was in Vegas, right? And man, Vegas is that type of a city. It was me and $1 Million Marley, man. We was at the MGM. First we was at the Platinum. We had a suite at the Platinum, right there, right by where Tupac got clapped at, Flamingo. Right? Oh, Chicago's like that too. You can get alcohol everywhere. I never experienced that until I went to Vegas, bro. I remember the first time I ever went to Vegas. That shit fucked me up. I went to the CVS because they like. I went to the CVS to go get because I don't really like the hotel soaps. And it's just, I went to CVS. I checked into the hotel. And I was like, yo, I don't bathe with the hotel soaps, right? So I was like, yo, I'm going to CVS. I go to CVS and I go to get the soap, toothpaste and shit like that. I'm like, yo, I fucked me up. I was like, yo, this is CVS, right? Because I see nothing but liquor. I'm like, yo, I didn't walk into the liquor store. and it was CVS. I was like, yo, this shit crazy. I remember going back. I'm like, yo, they got liquor, bro. I'm like, they got every liquor in the CVS, bro. And they was like, yeah, that's how it is out here. All the stores is like that. And I was like, damn. But yeah, we was in Vegas. Yeah, we was in the MGM Grand. I had a 600 Benz. I had the 600 Benz. Me and $1 Million Marley, right? Right. This is when it was the bubble. It was the bubble, right? And all the fighters had to get locked in the bubble. And me and $1 Million Marley was Meals on Wheels. I made so much money because I was Meals on Wheels for the fighters. The fighters couldn't go nowhere to get food, right? And you know how that goes. They want to, the hotel food is cool, but after you make weight, you like, yo, man, go to In-N-Out. Go to what's the other shit they got out there? Raising Cane's. They wanted all that shit. And these dudes was paying me and Marley. They was paying me. I was like, yo, I got y'all. They was cash apping me, right? I was going to pick up different orders. In-N-Out burger. I had the S55 600 Benz. I had the 600 big boy. Know what I mean? Meals on Wheels. Yeah, I had made a stack. I was making money, right? And I relapsed. I was like, Marley had went to sleep, right? Because Marley was still young at the time, right? So Marley was back at the room. He had went to sleep, man. I had a big bankroll, right? Like I was on the trap. I was in the trap. I had a bankroll like this. I went down to the parking garage, right? I was riding up and down the Las Vegas Strip. I went to the Fremont section, right? I told you, I just happened to go in the store. I got me a bottle of Moet and some Henny, right? Because it was nothing. You know what I mean? Went back to the MGM Grand. I sat in the room, right? Because look, I get up East Coast time still, right? So if I get up at East Coast time, 5 in the morning, what time is that in Vegas? That's 2 o'clock. I was just, man, right there on the strip. Relapse, man. Vegas will do it to you, man. But I think now if I go, like I said, I'm at a different mind state. But I love Vegas, though. You got to go one day, Demont. You got to hit Vegas up, man. Vegas is a great town. If you are addicted to gambling, I wouldn't recommend it. You could lose everything. A lot of people that's addicted to gambling, that's what happens to them. I met a lot of people out there that went out there and never made it back home because they lost everything. But if you like alcohol, weed, and shit like that, great city for that. It's good scenery, man. Good scenery. Let me make some of my content from there. I remember I did the George Jefferson. That video that I got with Jay Prince when we were riding up and down the Las Vegas Strip. That's Vegas. And then we went to his villa. Yo, when I tell you Jay Prince is the man, Jay Prince, Big J, Little J, they call him Little J, but Big J, right? Yeah, when I tell you he's the man, right? Yeah, when you go to his villa, he has a villa out there, right? In Vegas. Yo, when I tell you there's an armed guard, right? There's an armed guard, right? Yo, he has an armed guard at the gate on some, Pablo Escobar type shit, right? Yeah, real short, man. Yeah, it's a nigga at the gate, man. He got the big joint, man. Right? Like, oh shit, fuck, real shit, yeah. You know, when you go to his villa out there, he has a villa. He lives in a gated community villa. It was some old fly shit, right? I swear to God, real talk. I got the receipts of that, man. I got the receipts. What is he, Pablo? Yeah, he is, man. Jay Prince moves different, man. He moves different, real smooth, man. Real smooth, man. Got some real fly shit too, man. It's a different vibe, man. I never been to Jay Prince Island, but I've been to the Jay Prince Villa in Vegas. You heard? We dropped them off after the fights. I'll never forget it. That I took a little bit of the footage. It's on my thing. When you see me showing that footage, and I'm riding in the whip with him, that's where we was going. We was going right there. That was like one of the illest nights for me in Vegas, man. I remember that. I was like, yo, I made it, right? I was like, how many content creators that do no views ever did it like this? Yeah, right. That's around the time I was doing no views, when these dudes was like, nobody watches you. All right, you keep thinking that. Yeah, you keep thinking that, man. Those were the early. I think I was still Jackal Fitness. I don't even think I made the transition to Shanewz boxing yet. I might have still been Jackal Fitness. Yeah, I think I definitely was Jackal Fitness, because that's when we came back after we left, right? After we left the Jay Prince Villa, and then we went back to the MGM Grand. That's when I got the drop from Richard Comey. Yeah, I remember that when he was like, be loyal, God will always protect people. Because after the fight was over, after the fight night was over, it was opened up. The MGM Grand, it was regular. So prior to the fight, like the fighters and the teams, they got locked in. The section of the hotel that they was in, you couldn't go over there because it was like COVID. But after the fight was over, it was like everything was normal. Everything was normal. So that's when you see me over there, and I got the drop. And he was like, we are in the hurt business. Because they was on this side. We was on the other side. So we couldn't really go over there. That's when, Joe Dini is hilarious, right? Everybody had their own rooms and shit, right? But they was on the airport side, if you know about the MGM Grand. They was on the airport side. Right? They was on the airport side, and we was on the strip side. Me and Marley. Me and Marley was on the strip side, right? Yeah, me and Marley had the fly room, right? I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, man. I always been blessed, y'all. I always been blessed. Yeah, I remember when we got our rooms, right? I got that footage. I'm gonna remix all that. We got our rooms, right? Joe Dini wanted to fight me. Joe Dini was like, you took my room. Joe Dini wanted to fight me and Marley. Yeah, he said I took his room, right? Because real talk, right? The MGM Grand is fly, right? When you go in your rooms in the MGM Grand, it's like all the hotel. It says your name, fam. When you hit the remote and all that shit, it says your name, right? It'd be like such and such or whatever. It says your name. So we was all in our rooms and shit, right? And Joe Dini came in our room, right? And he seen me and Marley had the strip. right? When I open up the curtains and all that, and we overlooking the strip, the bridge, all that shit is right there. And we was sitting in our chairs because if you've been to the MGM Grand, you know the rooms is fly as hell, right? So you got the couches, you got all the shit. So we sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, yo, how's your room, Joe? Right? I was like, yo, how's your room, right? And Joe's he's looking at me and Marley shit. He's like, yo, you took my room. This is supposed to be my room, right? I'm like, nah, fam, what you mean? I'm like, yo, hit your TV. It says it. I was like, yo. I was like, yo, hit the TV. When you hit the TV, your name comes up. It tells you what room you're in. This is our room, right? He was like, nah, man, you switched rooms with me. I was like, nah, fam, this is us. I was like, yo, this is us. Word, Joe. Joe shit had the airport. He was overlooking the airport, right? He was seeing all the planes coming in, and I was like, nah, fam, we on this side, man. We on this side. But then I went over there after the fights. Me and Joe kicked it. I got Joe a bottle. I got when we came back from the villa. I got Joe a bottle, right? I got Joe a bottle of freaking, I forgot what wine. He's a wine drinker, right? I got him the bottle of wine, and I had got another bottle of Moet. I had the Moet, and I had some Remy. I got a bottle of Remy, and we cracked it in his room. Then I was like, yeah, he got mad. I was like, yo, fam. I was like, I can't sit over here. I was like, yo, come back to my room, man. I was like, yo, the scenery over here sucks. Yeah, I threw it in his face. I said, yo, man. I was like, yo, we celebrating, man. I was like, yo, we can't really celebrate over here. I was like, yo, all we looking at is the planes coming and landing. I was like, yo, we jumping on the planes in a couple hours, man. Let's go over here to the strip. I was like, we gotta go over here on this side, man. So then we went back to my room and shit. Marley went with Jihad, right? Marley went with his big brother and shit. So Joe came back over there with me, and we was just chilling. I swear, I think we got so drunk that night, right? And when we went home the next morning, right? I think I landed back in New York. I was still drunk, bro. I swear. I was, we was getting it in that night, man. I remember getting on the shuttle because they have, you know how it goes. Shout out to Top Rank. Top Rank gets a bad rep, but they get a good rep. They take care of you. The shuttle came and picked us up, got us to the airport. We checked in. We got on the flights and all that. That's when I got the drop. Shout out to cousin Buddy McGurk. I got the drop from Buddy that morning because Buddy, everybody that's at the that's on the card, you get your joint. They tell you when your cards is coming, to be ready, have your luggage and all that. And I remember I was downstairs. Like I said, I was on East Coast time, so I had got up wild early. I was still, intoxicated. I was out on the strip. I was moving around. I went back to the hotel. I ran right into my cousin. Because his fighter, he was the Lopez kid. He had the Lopez kid on the car. And I seen Buddy. I chopped it up with him. That's when I got the drop for him from Jihad. And then he got in his limo's car service. And he dipped off. He went to Florida. And then all shit came in like another hour. And the rest is history. But like I said, shout out to Top Rank, man. Top Rank, listen, they take care of you, man. A lot of these guys be talking all this stuff because they don't know, right? They don't know. Look, I had the same treatment in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? I remember when I got to Tulsa, Oklahoma, when Jahar fought at the Hard Rock Cafe. Shout out to me and Coach Terry. Me and Coach Terry flew out there together. And I remember when we landed in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because they got like a little small airport. Yeah, we landed there. Yo, Top Rank had the dudes out there for us with the shit like this, right? With our names, man. So when I come on this internet and I carry it different, it's because I've been treated different. So don't be offended by the source, man. Don't be offended. But that's how it was. I was there, man. I lived it, man. I actually lived it. And like I said, a lot of you guys never experienced these things. And when I come online and I share my experiences, a lot of y'all feel offended. But I experienced these things. I've been to different sections in towns through boxing, through my business in boxing, and experienced these things, man. Way after my falling out with Earl Spence in them. Right? Because I know a lot of y'all thought I was finished when I went at Earl and Derek and all them. No. To be honest, after falling out with them and not fucking with them, I experienced even greater heights in boxing on the professional level. Real talk. These are the facts, man. And I have the content to prove it. And I think a lot of you guys know this. And that's why you feel the way you feel. Because I speak on my, what's the name? I speak on it, man. And I do not hide who I am. Shout out to my big bro in the building, Gumbo. Gumbo, I see you. There's Gumbo Sauce. War Eagle salute. War Eagle salute, Gumbo. War Eagle salute, big bro. Yes, Demont got his wings, Gumbo. Demont got his wings, DeMonte. They got his wings. War Eagle salute, though, y'all. Yo, Gumbo, man, I told you, what's the name wasn't knocking him out. I knew it, man. I knew he was not gonna knock that guy out. A lot of people don't think he won the fight, that it wasn't a draw. They think he lost. I don't think it's up for grabs. I know he wasn't knocking Wu out though, man. Wu could fight, yo. Wu's a hell of a fighter. You heard? Wu gets down for his crown. You heard, Gumbo? Wu gets down. The weather's getting nasty. Where you at? It's not that bad up here yet. It didn't get up here yet. It's gonna get up here later. That's why I'm getting these streams out now. It'll be bad later. You heard? It's gonna be bad later. They need to run it back. I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will. And the reason why is because I told you that it was a dangerous fight. I said it, you know. But like I said, nobody listens to me. I was like, yo, when I seen he was fighting dude, I was like, yo, this ain't gonna be an easy fight, man. Woo's not. He's not a. I'm on 81 in West Virginia. Okay, yeah, it's a ways away. It's a ways away. Be safe out there, Gumbo. You know, I always pray over you. You're protected. You're an ice road trucker. You know, I'm gonna be in the eye of that shit in a couple hours, man. This is what I do. That's why I'm up right now, getting my mind right, saying my prayers. I just get into my zone, and I'll black out. If they fuck with me, right? I'll be like, yo, man, leave me the fuck alone, man. If I fuck one of y'all up, man. Like I'm battling Mother Nature right now, man. You niggas is indoors, right? This shit gets real. This is gonna be another one of those real ones. That's why when they be trying to call us in for these little bullshit storms, I'll be like, yo, leave me alone, man. I get busy against the blizzards, man. You know, you calling me in for these little 2-3 inch storms and shit. Like, come on, man. I came up. We was battling this like it was coming to nor'easter, 20 inches, 17, 18. I was getting busy in that shit with bullshit trucks, right? So that'd be my mind state. I'll be on my Allen Iverson. We talking about practice, but yeah, I don't know if they're gonna run that back, Gumbo. I don't think so, cause you know. It'll be good for Wu. But hopefully, like, they give Wu more opportunities, man. Dude can fight, man. I told you, he's not a slouch, bro. He's dangerous, man. He just, like I said, he's with Rodney Rice R&R Promotion. He's one of those fighters that, you know, a lot of guys don't want to fight him. And the reason why they don't want to fight him is because it's high risk. He's a high risk factor, bro. And it's dangerous. Right now, some might say that Frank Martin, look, and this is boxing, man. Frank Martin's ceiling might have went lowered a little bit. Remember, he was coming off that impressive knockout. Like, impressive knockout. Now, he almost got stopped in the 10th round, man. He got a draw. If he would have finished that round strong, he would have got the win. And it probably would have got him a title shot. Right? It probably would have got him a title shot. But now he got a draw. And in many people's eyes, they said he even could have lost the fight. So, you know, it's you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. But this is the Motion Man content. All right. Gumbo said it's bad in West Virginia. Yo, we about to get hit with a crazy blizzard, yeah. See the line, yo. If it would have curved up like this, man, yeah, we would have been so Gucci. But it's like right there, we're gonna get hit with a lot of snow, yeah. A lot. Right? Hernaldo. This is Hernaldo. Hernaldo. I'm looking at the radar right now. But this is the Source Experience. Appreciate those 4 likes. You know. I may just leave this. I can't. That's my daughter's friends. Look, they're calling. See, her friends are calling. They're gonna be calling this phone all day. That's Rain's crew. Yeah, it is. You know the vibes, Gumbo. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's how they do. Look, now I'm gonna show y'all something real quick, right? Watch this. All right. I might have to mute it. Hold on. My man said my setup was official. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. The War Eagles are in here, y'all. Look. Look, War Eagles. Look how we get down, War Eagles. All right? It's that good War Eagle content. Look. It's that good War Eagles content, y'all. This is the new setup over here, man. This is how we giving it up. Fake Southpaw. Oh man, look they hate Shakur. Who's this? He's right-handed. Look, Shakur's the man. They hate Shakur. They hate Shakur. They hate him. But that's how we looking over there, y'all. See how we multitask over here? He said Shakur's a fake southpaw. That's how we looking, y'all. That's how we looking. I'm gonna stay on for 10 more minutes to get y'all the 2 hours. This is the new command center, man. This is the command center. All right. I appreciate my man telling me that my setup looks professional. Oh, it does. Yo, it really does. Look, this is my new setup, man. My command center. Look, this is my command center. All right. Uh-oh. This is my command center, man. Now what happened? Why did the screen go black over here? The screen went black over here, man. I don't know what that's about. That's next level, right? Why is the screen black? Oh, there it is. For whatever reason, the screen went black. Right now it's back up and running, right? But look, I could just show my setup. Look. So streaming, y'all. Right? It was all a dream. It was all a dream, right? So streaming. Content. Yeah, this is the desk. How is the content looking now? Right? So streaming. Right? So streaming. Man. This will be the last one that I do until probably Tuesday, y'all. Until probably Tuesday. Right? This will probably be the last one until Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, man. Right? But yo, listen, it's time to get the mentality right to go battle. To go battle the storm, y'all. Appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. You know, you do have options, man. I'm about to go battle. I'm getting ready for battle, y'all. Look, you know, I'm getting ready for battle. See, I just ended the StreamYard, right? I just ended the StreamYard. I'm about to get ready for battle. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. Hopefully, y'all digging the setup right here. Look. This is the Source Experience, the news by Shanewz. Marketing, management, media. You know, you do have options. Holla.